My name is Janisha Jackson, and welcome to our very first program activity. Our theme is songs to get everyone involved. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing I thought about with this theme is movement, song, rhythm, music, anything that's dealing with songs and how we can apply them to our activities. So we have Freeze Like Me, Musical Hot Seat, Song Remix, Finish the Lyrics, and Songbird. Let's go ahead and get started. First one, Freeze Like Me. This activity is for all age groups. The purpose is to allow young people a brain break that provides physical activity, quick reflexes, and engagement. Youth will improve listening skills. Youth will focus on motor skills and physical activity, and youth will be able to interact with their peers. This will take place in the gymnasium and take roughly about 15 minutes. First, the youth will be asked to spread out across the floor. Then rules of the game will be explained to all. The students will start dancing once the music turns on. Once the music stops, they will freeze. Everyone who moves while the music is off will be out. The music will start again and the game will continue until the last person is standing. Sorry about that. So to continue, how else we can apply or express ourselves through music? If by the end of each round, all youth show improvement in freezing on time, then the first objective is met. If at the end of the game, all youth would like to take a water break, then the second objective is met. And if at the end of the game, if all youth have met someone new, then the third objective is met. Some things to reflect on. How did the song make you feel? Were you able to meet new people through dancing? And explain what your favorite song was. Into our next activity, we have musical hot seat. This activity is for our high school students. The purpose of this interactivity is to engage young people while reviewing test questions for EOC biology. The objectives include youth will use motor and memory skills, youth will be able to swiftly and strategically think, and youth will reinforce their vocabulary and enhance active recall. This will take place in a classroom setting and take roughly 30 minutes. Each child will have a chair, and all we need is a stereo. The instructor will give instructions and facilitate the game. The instructor will also oversee reading out loud the questions and making sure the answers are correct. First, the youth will be asked to grab a chair and make a circle. Then rules of the game will be explained to all. The students will start walking counterclockwise until the music pauses. Once the music is paused, the students will quickly have a seat, and the last standing will be considered in the hot seat. They will have the option of answering a question to challenge someone who has a chair or can decide to opt out. If their answer is wrong, they are automatically out. However, if their answer is correct, they will be able to choose someone they would like to challenge. However, if the person who is being challenged answer their question correct, then they will automatically be out. Things to reflect. Did you learn anything new through the questions that were asked? Would you recommend this game to another instructor? Did you enjoy the song choice? And something that we can apply. How else can we study for the biology test? Our next activity is song remix. This activity can also be taking place in small group and for our youth in middle and high school. The purpose of this activity is to build vocabulary and promote healthy competition during a brain break. Foster creativity is the way that youth create their own songs. Youth will have freedom to create their own lines with their group. and each child will feel included in the making of their song. This can also take place in a classroom setting, and the length of this session may be about 50 minutes. All youth will need is paper, pencils, a Chromebook, and or their cellular device. The instructor needs to walk around frequently to make sure that kids are staying on task during the activity. No one should be having any personal conversations or using any devices for their leisure. If there are any questions, the instructor should be able to answer any question the kids may have. The instructor will explain to the youth that each group will be responsible for creating their own lyrics to a familiar song. However, the topic of the song will be based on the topic given by the instructor. Each group will have 30 minutes to complete one verse of the song, and share it in front of the class. Each group will have 3 to 5 minutes to present their verse to the group. This will promote confidence and participation throughout the group. Things we can reflect on. Were there any moments where your group was stuck? What was your favorite line out of your verse? And if you could change the theme, what would you change it to? Things we can apply. How can you apply this activity while you're at home? Did you have to find patience sometimes if you couldn't rhyme with a certain part? And what could we do better next as a group? Things we can evaluate. If youth in all groups added their creativity and shared their ideas with the group members to the song, then all objectives are met. Next activity we have is finish the lyrics. This can be done with our middle and high school youth. The goal of this activity is to create an engaging experience that can promote listening skills and memory through social interaction with their peers. Their objectives are youth will be able to recall songs accurately, youth will have freedom to sing in front of peers to boost confidence, and youth will encourage each other while working as a team. This will build on our memory skills, and this can take place either in an education building or the gymnasium and roughly take 20 minutes. The instructor will be responsible for splitting the groups into 4. Each group will have their own microphone and will use it to finish the lyrics. The instructor will explain to the youth they will work as a group to figure out the lyrics to the song. The instructor will pull up a line from a box, and the first person of the first group will start to sing and sing the selected song. After the first 10 to 15 seconds or so, the instructor will pause the song, and the child would have to continue singing the next part of the song. If the lyrics are correct, they will win the point. If they are wrong, they will lose a turn. And the next group will have to start the next selected song. The first group to win 5 points are the winners. Things we can reflect on. Did the lyrics make you think of another song? Would you recommend this activity to any of your friends? If you could choose your own song, which song would it be? And how did it feel to sing in front of your peers? Things we can apply. Did you recite any of the songs once you went home? How can we improve this activity for next time? And what can be evaluated? Are you able to recite the lyrics on a day-by-day basis? If so, the first objective is met. If youth students can comfortably sing in front of their peers, then the second objective is met. And now we have made it to our very last activity called the Songbird. This game can be played with middle and high school youth. The purpose of this activity is to build vocabulary through the lyrics of a song, enhance memory, and communication skills. The objectives are youth will be able to enhance critical thinking, youth will be able to create bonding experience with peers, and youth will be able to be creative. This will enhance critical thinking and can be done in the gymnasium or a classroom setting and take roughly 20 minutes. The instructor will explain to the youth that a word will be pulled from the bowl, and they will have 20 seconds to think of a song that includes the word in the lyrics. They can sing the line of the lyrics, or they can state the song title. The first group to score 10 points win the games. Some moments we can reflect. Are there any songs that were brought up today still on your daily playlist? How did it feel to recite the lyrics of your favorite songs while remembering your vocabulary words? And if you could play this game again, would you? Things we can apply. How can we use this activity again for our next set of words? And things we can evaluate. If the youth can recognize the lyrics to a song by a one word, then the first objective is met. If the youth can socialize with one new peer, then the second objective is met. If the youth are able to express themselves through song, then the third objective is met. What is one song you can recall that reminds you of your vocabulary?
But this musical chairs is with a little twist. We are going to call this musical chairs hot seat. So we know the regular rules. As the music plays, thank you Genesis for being a DJ today. You all are going to walk around. When Genesis press pause, you are going to find a seat. The person who does not have a seat has two options. One, opt out, walk away, just go ahead and be out. Or they can challenge someone else for their seat by answering a question correctly. You also have the chance to choose whoever you want to battle. It does not matter who, you can choose whoever you want who have a seat. Once you answer your question right, if that person also answered their question right, then you're out. But if that person answered their question wrong, you get to take their seat. Every right question wins a point for their group. Remember, the end game is to win extra credit for today. So, are we all clear on the rules?
Yes.
We're all good?
Yes.
Genesis, are you ready to play the song? All right, you can start. Everyone, you all can start walking around when you are ready.
But what side? This side?
That way. See right here. Wait, how did we end up with 3 out?
You took out chairs.
Y'all were supposed to take out 1. Oh, we took out 3. Okay, not a problem. Ladies, will all 3 y'all like to challenge someone?
Yeah.
Perfect. Who wants to go first? Camila, who would you like to challenge for a seat?
Sarah.
Ooh, Sarah. All right, Camila, are you ready for your first question? Camila, what are the 3 parts of a nucleotide?
Sugars and nitrogen.
What's that?
Nitrogen. Wait.
That's base. Okay, phosphate, sugar, base. Sarah, your question. What is the phosphate, sugar, and base for DNA?
I will not be able to answer that.
Think about it. What is the sugar for DNA? Okay, now what are the 4 bases for DNA? 4 of them. Adenine is 1. Okay, thymine. Cytosine. She got it right. Sorry, Camila, you are actually out. Kashmir, would you like a question? Kashmir. Give me 3 ways DNA and RNA are different.
DNA can't leave the nucleus.
Okay.
DNA doesn't have uracil.
Okay, does not have uracil.
And DNA is double stranded.
DNA is double stranded. Good job. Who you like to challenge? Harrison. Harrison.
I'm opting out.
You opting out?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. All right, Kashmir, you won your spot. Daniela. Are you ready for your question? Are you ready for your question? All right, Daniela, let's see. Where does DNA replication takes place? In what phase? It's not up there. When DNA is being copied, no one can look at her. Evelyn, you can't tell her. Where is DNA being copied? DNA replication happens in what phase? What